Good day, viewers. You are welcome to the Law TV, your number one fantastic reality TV that gives you all that it takes to be enlightened on trending news such as politics, entertainment, sports, and what have you. If you are new on this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button as well as the already subscribed. So please don't forget to drop your comments anytime I drop new videos. Thank you. Ciao, ciao. Biafran news. Igbos cannot be robbed. It is turn by turn, Senator Annie Okonkwo said. Senator Annie Okonkwo, a founding father of the All Progressive Congress APC, who later dumped the party owing to what he described as impunity. Senator Annie Okonkwo in this interview warns against the consequences that may arise of power remains in the North beyond 2023. Okonkwo, a former deputy national chairman of APC, among other issues, explained why the presidency should be microzoned to the southeast. As a prominent politician of Igbo extraction, how do you feel over the debate on whether the southeast should produce the next president of Nigeria? People like us believe that there will be an opportunity for someone of Igbo extraction to be the next president of this country. The Igbo narrowly lost in 1999 when the late Dr. Alex Ekwueme lost the People Democratic Party (PDP) presidential ticket because General Olusegun Obasanjo came into the scene. Since then, this country has not been the same again. There was a law that said before someone could be eligible to be president, he must either win in his home state or ward. But Obasanjo lost and still became president. That was where that trouble started. It has come to a stage where people from the southeast should be considered by the major political parties. It is not about resources, but equity. People believe that the southeast deserves it in the spirit of fairness. This is what all the major political parties should consider ahead of 2023. After Obasanjo's tenure, power moved to the north when he brought out Umaru Yar'Adua despite the presence of people from other zones who wanted the position. Peter Odili, who is from South-South, was even the front runner in this race, but Obasanjo brought a northerner. Goodluck Jonathan became president by default, and that settled the minority question. Power is back to the north after Jonathan. The time has come for the southeast to produce the president. President Buhari and every other person should ensure that power returns to the south, since the presidency has always been a north and south affair. In the south, it should be microzoned to the southeast because the southwest and south-south have ruled for 8 years and 6 years respectively. All Nigerians should support the southeast, not minding what some people call the weakness of the zone in terms of population. It would do a lot for equity and strengthen Nigerian unity. We can't move forward without carrying all the diverse nationalities along. The voices against power shift are mainly from the ruling party, and they argue that zoning is unconstitutional. Their stance seems tenable but not in sync with Nigerian diversity. As former lawmaker, would you suggest that rotational presidency is considered in future constitutional amendment as a response to this kind of debate? In most established democracies, the president can come from anywhere. Where the president comes from does not matter, but our country has a lot of peculiarity that should be considered in determining where the president comes from. We are a group of different people whose aspiration and diversity should be considered. This is why the federal character principle was enshrined in our constitution. It is to make sure that all zones are carried along. That is why some zones that may not be doing well in certain areas gets equal representation in such areas. The issue of giving another zone the opportunity of producing the leadership of the country is very necessary this time. If people continue to insist that power must remain in the north because the president comes from the north, they may have their way, but their action will divide Nigeria the more. The country is highly divided at the moment, and allowing power to remain in the north in 2023 would divide it the more. If you are a president, the best thing to do is to embrace those ideas that would unite the country, not to divide it. If we have a unity country, it would benefit everyone. The benefits of uniting the country outweigh the gains to be derived from insisting that power remains in the north, because you have the capacity. People opposing power shift should have a rethink. The impression among many is that even if the Igbos are allowed to present a consensus candidate, the choice of who to present might be a difficult task given the zone's predilection for infighting. What do you make of it? Those saying that are enemies of progress. The capacity and intelligence of the people of the Southeast can never be doubted. Families disagree. The truth is that what is good for the goose should also be good for the gander. We are excelling in many fields. We have intelligent people of the Southeast extraction who can put this country on track. We should start thinking about people with the capacity to move this country forward. Yes, people may disagree politically. That should not stop any zones from having the opportunity others had. It is like a situation where a child is crying for something and the parents refuse to provide what the child needs. The child will continue to distract the parent until what he needs is provided. We have come to a point as a country where we must quit those practices that divide us. That is why I believe the recommendation of the National Conference should be adopted. Thank you for listening to this news. Viewers, your opinion on this news are of great importance. Don't forget to leave them behind. Click on the subscription buttons as well as bell buttons to receive more updates. Thank you.